It's the environment, stupid. We had a time when it was the economy, stupid. But is it the economy, stupid? Are we stupid to acquiesce to this current economy with all its weird and unbalanced structures? It's designed as a funnel. It's an unbalanced structure. It is the epitome of unbalance. It's a funnel, funneling from the masses the power to a few in the name of corporations and global banks, which are not countries. They're these, I would say, the big ones. They are synthetic entities. They don't have a beating heart. And the bigger they get, the more likely they have this in their business model, is that people and planet are expendable, disposable resources, that the only cost of associating with those resources is the cost to extract whatever you want from them, and then just, use up as much as you possibly can. That's synthetic, right? And organic, I can speak for organic because I'm one of them. So are you. I have a beating heart. I have skin. I have this physiology. I'm an organic being with conscience. So I have dominion. We have dominion on this planet. And all it takes is for us to stand up and say, okay, we want to focus on one maybe, or a few things that we can agree on, consciously, intentionally. And this is the gifting economy. I'm talking about a 180-degree shift. I can see this. And it starts in the community, and the community just gathers together, maybe around a fire the first time, and maybe every time. And they just talk. They pose these sacred questions, and then they share what their own discernment is, what their own personal exploration into their heart, what we thought the answers are, and we bring them to the fire, to the circle. We got to start thinking in terms of circles. It's so easy to stand up now and just say, okay, let's have a conversation about what we might agree on. And if that conversation is about what is most important to us, as we bring that to the group from our own heart, our own soul, each individual soul, the crystallization of spirit into a material being. That's what I think this full is. It's the environment, stupid. So it's the environment we intentionally create. Do we want an environment that is about compassion? April 23, 2017, if we have dominion on this planet, we're failing. I think that's how we have to look at it, that we as human beings are failing. Each one of us has a responsibility to get past whatever, the doubts are and get into, let's create something we really want. So that absolute confidence that David Bohm, B-O-H-M, talks about, I love, he was trampled by a culture. He was trampled. Tesla was trampled. Nikola Tesla was trampled by a machine, by a synthetic entity engine machine that took this guy, Nikola Tesla. All he cared about, I've done my investigation, you do yours, but this is what I found. All he cared about was contribution to the society, and he had this gift of being able to see complexity in one kind of blueprint vision. And then he instantly knew how to draw up his designs. And then it was all about patents, see? So patents. When patents rule the day, I think the people get squashed. So I think it should be open source. The gifting economy says it's open source. So we gift it. We know, it's this crazy different experience that if we gift in an economy, then we flourish and thrive. I mean, it's so far a leap. It's like a leap, a quantum leap maybe, from this weird world we have now. This what I call a crazy, stupid, synthetic, upside down, bizarro freaking world. It's based on the opposite of what we really want and care about as human beings, if we look in our heart. How we get out of that? Simple, radical simple. We simply take time, make the commitment. This is going to be our top priority. Now, we can have multiple priorities, but we're going to create another priority for ourselves. Maybe it's a new role. We're going to create a new role for ourselves, and that is investigator. Right? We're going to investigate things. We're going to be explorers in a wonderland. And as explorers in a wonderland, we are going to discover things. And we experience the joy thrill of discovery. It's so much fun to explore, especially if you've had some discoveries. Then you know there's a lot of other discoveries out there. You can go get them and you can pick them like flowers. This mentality of compassion, and the work becomes a right action. And when you do it in your heart and you feel good about what you're doing and why you're doing, then your productivity in terms of creative, intelligent creation energy is expanded dramatically because your heart's open. You have access to the infinite intelligence. It's like getting knocked off your horse. Just, you have to realize that there's a tune, the Pied Pipers, there's a tune being played in the background of our mind. And it's a tune of a narrative that, to a large degree, if not completely, is false. It's based on lies, falsenesses, false ideas of beliefs embedded in our unconscious minds. That you have to understand, when the unconscious mind has an embedded thought form, that's what we're talking about, a belief construct. That this is true. In other words, it says true equals I suck. True equals I've made so many big mistakes that I'm not worthy anymore. Maybe I was never worthy. Those are the truths. If they're embedded in the subconscious mind, and they get embedded, it's a thing that happens in trauma. Now, I'm no scientist or psychologist, but Carl Jung, I'm surprised that modern psychological science isn't all over Carl Jung and taking it to the next level. I think maybe because if we did, then the people would be awake. But we're waking up. I'm waking up. I'm in the process of waking up. It's a practice. I've discovered it's not just, this moment. It's a practice of observation, taking responsibility for what we focus our attention on, and understanding through the universal law of attraction, the only law that I acknowledge that's surfaced enough to say this is the fundamental, at least a fundamental law, that like attracts like vibrationally. It's an entrainment process. Entrainment, meaning this mind construct and this mind construct, this fear and compassion, right? So you could do it this way too. It's like on a dial, right? They can't exist together. I'm going to leave it there for now. Until next time, take care.